Hey, Mari out there. So I'm going to read chapter 41 to 43. And it states, fuck all that. Let's talk about how we going to get this bitch back. Fur and Rhonda just finished shopping for the War of the Red Bones that was going on at her apartment. Fur brought everything she needed to make Lisa's life miserable, and she couldn't wait for the games to begin. Although things haven't been the same between Fur and Rhonda, she was hoping that their beef would completely blow over, especially since Lisa didn't turn out to be the friend she thought she wanted. Although Rhonda was cool, it was Coconut who she missed the most. After shopping, they decided to get something to eat at Mama's Kitchen. Girl, I'm tired of shit, Rhonda said, rubbing her belly. Plus, my feet hurt. I'll be glad when you pop that baby out that black ass pussy. You complain too much now. My pussy pinker than yours, trust me, she said. Look, I want to tell you that I'm so happy you still throwing my shower. It means a lot to me, and a lot of people are coming. Fur was sure she was only befriending her because she wanted her to do something. But since she was friendless, for the moment she had to do it. I still can't believe all that shit popping off at your crib. Lisa seemed so cool. Believe it, Fur picked up the menu and immediately knew what she wanted. Every now and again she think of Amico and how they dispose of his body. Most times she think about the other people she hurt and how she didn't seem to get enough. Her world has certainly changed for the world. Her world has certainly changed for the Erie. Lisa going to leave my apartment whether she wants to or not. Across the way, she saw two darker females with their boyfriends. The men kept eyeing her and Fur smiled. You see that shit, girl? What shit? Rhonda asked without even looking up from her menu. She had a taste for their lemon cake, but the sweet potato pie was good too. You always talking about somebody. Look at them niggas over there, she pointed. Rhonda looked up and smiled. Damn, they fine as shit. Them niggas on Redbone's hard, I know it. Rhonda rolled her eyes and dropped the menu. You sure they not just on pussy? She sipped her ice water with lemon. They are with dark-skinned chicks, so your theory seems to be flawed. Fur knew Rhonda needed her, so she decided to test the limits. Please don't tell me you really believe that. Fur laughed. Think about it. How many rappers talk about red bones in their song versus dark girl? She stole another look at the dudes. We run the world. Rhonda was trying desperately to bite her tongue. Invitations had gone out and she wanted as much stuff as she could get for the baby. If you say so, Fur, I do. On some other shit, that video somebody took at the party of you slapping coconuts been going around. It's kind of fucked up that people think you got out on her. So what? She shrugged. Tell them it was a game. I'm just saying it's messed up that's all, Rhonda continued. The girl was drunk and every time somebody showed it, she gets angry. What you want us to do? Play again or something? What about her having Nova come smack me? Furry said, looking back over at the table. I ain't crying to nobody about that shit, am I? I talked to Coconut and she didn't have anything to do with that shit. Well, who was it, Shannon? She said, rolling her neck. Because the bitch said Coconut name first when she stepped to me. I'm just telling you what she said. I don't think she had nothing to do with it. I don't think Shannon did either. Everybody knows that Nova don't like you, so she probably made that move on her own. You shouldn't even care what she think. Coconut will fuck your nigga if you let her. I'm trying to tell you the truth so you can be careful. Before Rhonda could respond, a girl across from them looked over at Fur and said, Bitch, you must got a problem with your eyeballs. She stood up and approached for her table. The cute dark-skinned girl with a black jacket hated light-skinned people, believing that they were better. So Fur had met her hate crime match. You looking at my nigga like you want to suck his dick or something. Actually, I was wondering how good it would taste. Maybe I should go see. She looked at her man and licked her lips. Rhonda didn't want to fight due to being pregnant, but she took off her earrings and put them in her purse. She'd been out with Fur before and lost $500 worth of jewelry when they got into fights in the past. She wasn't taking any chances. The dude wearing a red hat who was at the table walked up to the girls with the black jacket and said, Don't pay them bitches no mind. We was having a good time. Why you gonna let them ruin it? Black Jacket shook him off. I want to know what this bitch's problem is. I mean, damn, she don't even know you. She turned around to look at him. Or do she? Listen, bitch, if I want him, he'd be gone, Ferris said. Trust me. They were about to fight when Shadow, Mia, and Chloe walked through the restaurant doors. They decided to meet up with Fer and Rhonda after everybody got what was on their list to get Lisa out of the house. Hold up, the girl with the black jacket said to no one in particular. Is that Mia Carton? Mia and Chloe seeing the look on Fer's face stepped up, ready to snatch some weeds out. Everything cool? Mia asked. Black jacket got silent and took her seat. Fer grinned. Everything's fine now. Me and Chloe and Shadow piled into the booth and grabbed the menus. But Shadow eyed Red Hat, who was still looking in their direction. He haven't been in a fight since he been home, and welcome to battle. You good, man? Shadow asked. Red Hat raised his glass and proceeded to entertain his girlfriend. He looked at her and said, that bitch put a lock on her door. Just wanted you to know before I forgot. Who said she could do all that? She going to be leaving in 2 weeks anyway, if not sooner. I know you didn't know. That's why I wanted to give you a heads up. What was that shit over there about? Mia asked after making her meal selection. She was going with the smothered chicken and rice. Them bitches ain't mad as shit at you before I walked in. Them jealous bitches mad because I'm light skinned. Oh my God, Chloe yelled, throwing her hands in the air. I wish you stopped that dumb shit. Don't nobody give a fuck about all that bullshit but you. You talking about me. Maybe you should grow up. Whatever, Chloe, you just mad because I'm telling the truth. You know what? I want to put this shit to the test right now, Chloe said. Order me the fried chicken salad, Shadow. He put the menu down and said, why you can't do it yourself? Because for one, I got the money, and for two, I'm about to make my sister eat her words. Fer frowned, and how do you intend on doing that? Chloe scanned the restaurant and saw 3 dudes at the bar. Over there, you see them guys? Yeah, so what? Let's both walk over there and sit on separate ends of the bar like we don't know each other. What's that going to prove? Fer was nervous because she hated to be wrong. I don't have to do no dumb shit just because you don't believe what is true. Whoever they try to holler at, that's what it is, Chloe smirked. If it's all about Redbones, they shouldn't pay me any attention. So you with it or not? Fer looked at everyone and decided to take her up on her offer. Let's go. But if I win this shit, I don't want to hit nobody's mouth. When I talk about Redbones being better for future references, you all gotta say we better, and that's it. Fer and Chloe walked to the bar and sat down. After telling the waitress that she wanted water, Fer decided to get on a fake call to make noise in hopes of getting their attention, while Chloe gave the men eye contact. The men spotted the woman not even a minute past before Chloe got first catch. Not only was the dude into her, he offered to buy her dinner. She was feeling audio, so she decided to pass and just took his number instead. Besides, there was nothing else to say. Her point was proven. Realizing Chloe won, Fer slogged back to the table where everybody, including Rhonda, was laughing hysterically. The only reason that dude hollered at her instead of me was because I was on the phone. Everybody rolled their eyes, including Rhonda. You such a sore loser. Sis, damn, Chloe said. Right, the rules were whoever lost couldn't say shit else about the topic, Mia said. So that means you, Fer, some niggas like Redbones, and that may be their preference, but the average dude like a sexy bitch, and that's me. I don't care how black my skin is, my pussy still pink, and they love it. Chloe pointed in her face, point proven. Embarrassed and irritated, she said, fuck all that. Let's talk about how we're going to get this bitch back. Now you talking a language we all love, Mia said. Revenge. Chapter 42. Let's see how short. Okay. Randy, I can do some things too. If you get me wrong, I need you to know that, Fer. Fer was thirsty because of the White Sox stuff in her mouth. She was laying on her stomach with her wrist and ankle bound together as Randy circled the bed like a lunatic. She wasn't scared because for Randy, this was all normal. She just wanted it to be over quickly. Besides, war has been called in Platinum Loft, and she could only imagine what was happening now since she wasn't home. Don't look so sad, Randy said. You came out of the house half dressed with your ass hanging out your clothes, so you must wanted me to fuck you. didn't you? Randy would make up these ambitious stories to get himself into the mood, and Fur always did a horrible job of playing the victim. Since she couldn't talk because of the obstruction in her mouth, she nodded. Well, I'm going to do all kinds of things to you because you deserve it. Then do it, motherfucker, and let's get it over with. My mouth is dry as shit. I'm going to give it to you nice and hard for her. He was dragging things out when all of a sudden her cell phone rang. Randy, knee deep into her business, picked it up and answered, "Who's this?" Fur was heated as he held her phone to his ears. You didn't have a lot of people calling. She didn't have a lot of people calling, but it really could be anybody. Oh, hold on. He handed the phone to her. It's Chloe. Fur looked at him oddly. How could she answer when he had her limbs bound and her mouth stuffed? Realizing his mistake, he laughed untied her and removed the socks. She rubbed her sore wrist where her lips would spit and placed the phone to her ear. What's up, Chloe? She looked up at Randy from the bed. Everything cool? Can I have some of your apple juice? Your roommate is being a bitch as usual. If I touch her shit, I'm gonna have to kill her. First time she hated to be called for bullshit, and Chloe was finger food. Yes, girl. Ugh, why you sound like that? You shouldn't even be with Randy anyway. And why you let him answer your phone? Don't you got a restraining order out on him or something? Chloe, I gotta go. She laughed. All right. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to tell you that Slade got locked up tonight. Her eyes widened. What? Why? He got into a fight at some club and they holding him in jail. Just thought you wanted to know since whether you know it or not. He belongs to you. Is he okay? She looked at Randy. He wondered who the he was talking about, who she was talking about. If he found out she was even thinking about Slade, he would kill her. I mean, is she okay? She, Chloe repeated. Bitch, is she okay or not? If the she you talking about Slade, fine ass, I say no. He has a bill. His brothers can't help him out right now. Marky ain't been home all day, so they can't go to him either. I don't know if you know, but Marky works for Randy. You better be careful. Fur could hear her juice being poured into the background. Well, I gotta go. I'll see you when you get back. Fur got off, Fur got off the phone, slid off the bed, and put the cell in her purse. Randy, I gotta leave early. She walked over to Randy, who was sitting at his desk. How come he didn't look at her? My sisters are fighting my roommate again. Randy spun around to face her in the chair. He was irritated and showed all over his face. Well, what's your mother saying? It ain't like it's your house. Let her handle that shit. I told you my mother is sick, she said in a low voice. She can't stop them from ripping her apartment up if they in there fighting. If you want, I can come back later. I just gotta go now to see about things. Randy wanted to complain, but he had shit to do also. So he said, okay, what time you coming back? The moment I'm done, Fur put on her clothes and Randy kept his eye glued on her. You sure you being real with me? Because you know if you're not, I will find out. Remember what I did to your animals and that old bitch? That would seem innocent compared to what I have in store for you if you fuck me over. Randy, please don't threaten me. I haven't threatened anybody since I was in grade school. Besides, you seen what I could do. He put his gray sweatpants on, so why would you think I'm anything but serious? Randy, I'm being straight up with you, but sometimes I think you want me to lie so you can start a fight with me or something. You sound stupid, he slid into his slippers. I just want to take care of you and I'm ready for the games to stop. Randy kissed her lips. You still young and you don't know what it means to be with a real man, so I gotta show you. When Fur was dressed, she stopped short at the door, still needing money for rent because the landlord had already begun eviction proceeding, and she spent all of it on money, on weed, smoke, and food. Randy, I know you need money. He reached in the drawer and handed her $2,500. That should be enough, right? She had expected him to give her so much. Yes, this is perfect. Good. Now let me take a shower. He walked towards the bathroom. Take your key because I expect you back later. Fur was almost out the room. He said, if I ever find out you were lying to me about anything, I don't know what I would do. Randy, I could do some things too if you get me wrong. I need you to know that. Her threat was deadly serious, but instead of heeding her warning, he was turned on. Okay, chapter 43. It states, he's still family Slade. Slade was just about to wrap his hands around the neck of one of his cellmates when his officer walked up to the cell and said, "Slade Baker, you made bail." At first, Slade thought it was a mistake because Marky was not home and his brothers were dead broke. If they did bail him out, he hoped they didn't do anything that would land him in jail right next to him. "You want to leave or not, big country?" the officer taunted as he unlocked the doors. "You move slower than a bitch in a miniskirt. If my bill paid, what's different do it make how slow I move?" Slade slid out of the cell at his own speed. He went through processing for longer than an hour, courtesy of the hating ass CO, and was eventually released. He was surprised to find that they didn't have him listed as a wanted man. Sheriff Kramer Chef Kramer really was trying to do shit underground. The moment he walked outside the jail, he heard a car knocking loudly. When he looked in the direction of the noise, he recognized the driver immediately because his truck was impounded. He walked up to the car, hoping she'd give him a ride. "You bailed me out?" he asked, already knowing the answer. She nodded. "Thanks, and I'll pay you back when I get the money." He waited for her to open her door because with everything going on, he wasn't in the mood for her mute games. He'd rather walk home than subject himself to constant rejection. Besides, he remembered seeing her picture on Randy's phone and figured she belonged to him anyway. It wasn't like he had anything to offer except hopes and a few dreams. Slade was about to walk away when Ferd said, "You need a ride? I'm going back to the building. It's not a problem." He stopped in his steps. Yeah." "Well, get in," she smiled. Slade walked around to the passenger side and she reached out to unlock the door. Once he got inside the car, he said, "How did you know I was here?" "My sister told me." She pulled into traffic. "I guess your brother told her." She paused. "Oh, and can you give me the money whenever you... Oh, you can give me the money whenever you can." Fur used the entire $2,500 on him, and now she didn't have money to get her car fixed or pay her bills. Slade was quiet for a minute as he observed her from the corner of his eyes. She was beautiful, wore stylish clothes, and her quietness made her mystical. In a lot of ways, she reminded him of himself. He wanted her badly, but how was he going to step to her? The nigga Randy put her in the bins and was probably paying her bills too. Although he wouldn't be down long, he couldn't say for sure when he'd be able to take care of a bitch like her. He wanted to say something that could make her see that although he was strapped for cash now, with the right one behind him, he could go places. He could be somebody. He just needed a reason to fight. "You been living there long?" Slade asked, looking at her. "Where?" Her voice was low and she tried to avoid eye contact. He seduced her. "In Platinum Loft." "Yeah, I've been there for some years." She moved out the way to prevent hitting a black cat that dodged across the street. "It's nice, just expensive." "You live there with your sisters and roommate." He looked at her and then back out the window. A man was pissing in the trash can. He shook his head in disgust. "It seems like everybody I run into want to move over there for some reason." "Yeah, I live with them," she shrugged. "For now." She was being short and he didn't know how to take it. Was she interested or not? Or not was his only question. If she wasn't, he wouldn't be bothered. And they could go their separate ways. If it wasn't how he wanted it, but he wasn't going to press the issue either. Fucking with her would do nothing but put him into a tougher war with Randy. "Look, do you want me to leave you alone?" He was used to girls falling all over him, and Fur was too weird to know what she was doing. Maybe they were the same. "You've been fucking with my head for a minute now, and I'm tired of shit." She looked at him and decreased her speed. "How am I fucking with your head?" She focused back on the road. "I answer all your questions, just keep it light, okay?" Not understanding what she meant, he said, "When I approached you in the hallway that day, and you act like you didn't have the time, I made a decision to leave you alone." That hurt, and her stomach flopped. "Then I got arrested and you bailed me out. What the fuck you want from me? Did you bail me out for your nigga Randy?" She looked at him. "You know about Randy?" "Yeah, it's that nigga. I know of him. So where he wants you to take me? Because I still don't have his answer yet. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. And I appreciate if you didn't tell him I picked you up or paid your bill either. You must not fuck with him for real if you got to lie to him. I do what I have to do to keep him happy. Let's leave it at that. Slade never wanted to talk to his Slade never wanted to talk to this chick again. He couldn't believe he let her into his mind without even knowing where her head was first. All he wanted to do now was find his brother Knox and get the fuck out the city he hated. Can I use your phone? He pulled Can I use your phone? He pulled his out his pocket. My battery's dead. It's on the charger, she pointed at her console. He pulled the charger out of the cigarette lighter and it broke in his hand. Fuck. Fleur looked at her broken charger and got slightly angry. With everything going on at her house, the way her sister blew up her with everything going on at her house and the way her sister blew her up every 5 minutes, she needed a charged phone. What happened? She frowned. How did you break it? I'm sorry, I fucking pulled it too hard. He held it in his hand. How? She looked at him and then back at the road. It's brand new. Look, I said it was an accident. I'll buy you another one. He looked at her and then at the phone. Just put it with the other money I owe you. Can I still use your shit? I guess, she shrugged. She wasn't trying to act like a bitch, but she was dead broke. He held her phone carefully. If she was crying over a broken charger, he certainly didn't need her whining over a phone. First saw the anguish in his face. It's okay for real, she reassured him. I'll buy another charger. You don't have to be extra careful with my phone. It's built to last. After dialing the number, he put the phone to his ear and turned away from her. He didn't want to tell her that no appliance or human was safe around him. The phone rang 3 times before Marky finally answered. What's up? I thought you weren't in the house. I just heard, man. I was going to come bail you out. Sure you would. Put Killer on the phone. You out of jail? Marky sounded excited. I wouldn't be calling if I wasn't. 30 seconds later, Killer picked up. You all right, bro? He was excited and he could tell it. He was excited and he could tell it in his voice. What happened? Some nigga got mad because his girl was trying to talk to me. He looked at her, wishing he didn't start a conversation in the car. One thing led to another and I ended up in jail. He looked at her again, then out his window. Any word from my brother? Yeah. Slade heart race. What? When? He tried to call the house, but Marky was on the other line and didn't click over. Slade felt rage wash over him. Marky knew how important it was that the family talk to Knox. It was life or death. Killer reduced his voice to a whisper. I swear, I think this motherfucker is a stone cold hater. We gotta watch this boy. Stop, man. He's still family, Slade said. Although the words tasted like shit in his mouth. Why else would he not click over? We've been screaming Knox's name since the day we got here. I don't know, but at least we know he's alive. Slade shook his head at his cousin's carelessness. How we know he called if he didn't click over? When he finally got off the phone with some bitch, he told us there was a message. It was from Knox. What'd it say? It said he's been hurt, but he'll get back up with us as soon as possible, and not to worry. He said he'll connect with us in a few more days. So I will be back with 44. And yeah, we almost through with this book. We got a few more chapters, and we'll be going to another book, but not so long. Buy my candy line. Oh, I'm sorry. Buy my reaction.